Alright guys, we are live and welcome to IDC 50 top 8. Um, as usual, we will look at our top 8 participants and which deck types they are playing, provided by Claude Alpha. And additionally, Darksigner and me will be playing in top 8. So the commentary will be not like as fluent as usual. We will play our own matches, we will stream some of the matchups, and we have quite a lot of aggro and rush in top 8. So if our matches are done quick, we will jump into other matches and then we can commentate as usual. So let's quickly announce that the stream is live. So yeah, I will have you guys and also the match on the second monitor, so that's why I can't like play and stream another match or my own match and then also look at the chat. So it is what it is. Yeah, and yeah, let's quickly call Darksigner here. All right, he will join in 1 minute. So this is our list with the deck types in the top 8. So Claude Alpha, I think finished undefeated. Let's look at the group stage and at the standings. Yeah, so 6-0 with Hydro Hurricane, with the Gigasalt version, which he invented. Then we have X-Boom on his also like signature deck, maybe after or before FN Rush, who finished 5-1. With LDN control, we have Mabel with Rock Aggro, also 5-1. And then we have all the other people with 4-2. So FN Rush, I am also playing Rock Aggro, FN Rush, and then Forbes Control. So yeah, matchup wise, we play first versus 8th. So this matchup, usually it depends if Claude Alpha gets like a pretty good curve with like Giga Slug into Giga Balsa into Gigasalt. Discarding should be nice if Darksigner has his rebirth for Rias for Gigasalt, then should be nice for him. I believe Darksigner is not on photo side, which is usually a huge boon in this matchup. Yeah, and now Darksigner is ready. Let's call him. And there he is. Good morning.
Hello guys, good morning.
Good morning. I was quickly going over the top 8 decks. I think we miss Defindo, who didn't write a plus in the chat, so we have like a couple more minutes time.
Right.
And yeah, I talked about that we have like quite a lot of aggro decks, and also looking at the matchups you are facing against Claude Alpha in the first round, which is not sure how the matchup is being played out exactly, especially since Phobos is on yeah more rebirth on Fortress Shell. Rebirth, of course, especially good against Rias, Gigasalt, Ice Vapor, and so on. So yeah, it really depends on if you can keep them in hand and avoid them being discarded by Gigabalsa and Gigasalt, and then you should be good.
Yeah, it's also, I have to say, I got clapped swiftly 2-0 in Swiss by Claude
Mm-hmm.
as he went undefeated. But I think that's psychologically uh, an advantage for me because I lost in Swiss. That means now I have a better chance to come back at him and win.
Mm, yeah, yeah, true. And then the second matchup we have second versus seventh, so LDN Control versus FN Rush. This is a matchup we've seen more and more lately. So it really depends on how many Comet Missiles FN Rush is playing. If they are playing like two or more, then this matchup should be like pretty good because LDN Control doesn't really have mass removal, like no high impact shield trigger like Surfer or Burst Shot in there. Um, yeah, and of course, when Ikas comes down together with Petrova, it's game over. But yeah, usually the game needs to uh, last at least like for 6 turns or 7 turns for the opponent to play
Mm.
Soul Swap and then also Ikas. So until then, you are either losing anyway or winning anyway.
Yeah, I think that's really the main game plan. Also, I think if you have the combo pieces in hand, sort of, it might be worth to just hope you survive until you have 6 mana and then swap in Petrova and then play Ikas after in one turn. So then no arrows or volcanic,
Mm,
like no volcanic arrows and no missile can clear the Ikas before Petrova comes down.
yeah, yeah, and
It's
mm,
definitely a good lock against FN Rush,
yeah,
for sure.
but
So
some
yeah, but recently, I don't know if it's a pro or con. I personally like it because it's more consistent. That the Balsa, the light shield trigger blocker, got substituted out for Laura Gigas,
mm,
which synergize more with Mistrias and come down early
mm,
as hard plays. There it's really like you said, that it really depends on the number of combat missiles because if you don't play any, you only have your volcanic arrows against the Laura Giga, and if not, and you play it like a deadly fighter, then it's looking really grim.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, Defender rotates here, so let's quickly go through like the other matchups we have.
Mhm.
Um, like two mirror, not mirror matches, but two of the same matchups, FN Rush versus Rug Aggro. So typically Rug Aggro not that good against FN Rush, but Mabel is playing some more like shield trigger creatures, which could help him, and I'm playing like a lower non-standard curve, which could help me. So it really depends on who's going first, so the die roll is really mattering there. Maybe in some
Mm.
control matchups, the die roll is still important, but not as much as, of course, against FN Rush and Aggro Mirror in general. So yeah, as I said earlier in the introduction, Dax and me are both playing. So I will stream one of the matchups. We will talk a bit about like what's going on in our game, and when our games are over, we will jump yeah, onto other matches, and then we can commentate as usual. So let's quickly wrote in the chat that round one is indeed free now, so we can open the games on Octagon. And when looking at the matchups again, what we should um, watch first, maybe we'll watch one of the Rock Aggros against FN Rush, which should be pretty fast. So um,
Yeah,
I guess we can, um,
maybe you open Mabel versus Defendo.
yeah, we can
Yeah.
go for that.
You can also open my room if you want to, and then, I mean, I can maybe talk a bit what's going on because then no hand knowledge is shared.
Yeah, I
like
have
compared to when you
mm,
stream your own thing.
yeah, I have two versions of Octagon open anyway, so if I join my own game in spectator mode, then I can also stream my own game
Okay.
without
That's
spoiling my hand.
that's pretty good. Technical advancement.
Yeah, but I have to make sure I'm not joining like with the same account, then
Yeah.
yeah, suddenly I think this one, yeah.
I won the die roll, which may or may
Mm,
not help.
all right. In Solomon fashion, he's joining the room immediately typing Rush hater. All right. I'm not playing something like Ruby deck out, so yeah.
Billig's trolls.
Felix trolls. I rolled a 14, which is pretty good here. He rolled a 4, so good start for me, I guess.
Right. Definitely another skill added to the game. I have a turn 3 slash charger and I'm seeing his deck.
Mm,
I'm trying to figure out what might be in his hand, which is not easy if you don't know like the exact list.
yeah.
I have a good guess what's in there. But yeah.
Yeah, in my game, some pretty rare situation here where I am the first one who starts attacking.
I mean, if you have like in Ruck, you can get like board control tempo plays, and if you do one of those tempo plays, why not like attack? It's like not like you're a 100% defensive deck that can just choose to wait
Mm,
forever.
no. And I'm on Pinsir Scarab, which is pretty bad against FN Rush since they empty their hand so quickly. So I have like 4 bricks in my deck, which is, yeah, suboptimal, I would say.
I like that we played this quote-unquote classic matchup more often again with Phobos and Hydra Hurricane, because like
Mm,
in the first 10 or so IDCs, this was like the most common control matchup before a certain Halfar destroyed us with Fortress.
mm. My game is quite interesting. Maybe I should have like streamed my one since we are both ignoring each other's boards and just going straight up for the shields. So
Who can go faster?
yeah.
Interesting. I have my first deck search with Forba, so need to figure out what's hidden in my shields.
Alright, I won the first game, which is
Oh, nice.
nice.
GG.
But I was on the play, so and I had
That
like
helps.
the best opening I could have imagined. And now he has no turn one play, which is also nice for me. And meanwhile, in Themable versus Defendo, yeah, Themable doesn't look too good. Yeah, so game one going to Defendo here. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Alright, so quick 2-0 for me against Stefan Rush.
Nice.
Solomon immediately leaving the game. Let's see, quickly hop onto Discord if he's leaving ours.
Server.
Yeah. I mean, I had like two surfers. I mean, one surfer per game, which was like enough to seal the deal. I play like a lower rock aggro deck, so yeah, usually the matchup is pretty bad for Ruck, but I play Sniper Mosquito and Poisonous Mushroom, which is like pretty nuts. If you see them together early on against FN Rush, you can kill their Deadly Fighter Breadclaw, keep up with their early aggression, and then you have the advantage of having 4 surfers and maybe some more shield triggers in your deck. So yeah, now I can continue to watch the matchup we have open here, Themable versus Defender. So Themable is on 0 shields, but has like a surfer in shield. And he decided to not bounce one of the enemy's creatures, which is pretty self-explanatory. 2 speed attackers there. If you bounce them with surfer, they come back and kill you. But now he's in a dire situation, like he has to kill both creatures, your own unicorn fish will die, and then any speed attacker from the opponent will finish you off. You're on 0 shields. You basically have to hope the opponent doesn't have speed attackers for multiple turns, since the opponent still has 5 shields, which is a tough task here for Themable. And let's quickly move the stream
I
window
just
over.
got burned for 2 mana, but I don't know if that was really worth it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice play here by Themable. He basically hoped for no multicolor screw from the Broadsome Tribe mana. He has to take some risks now. And now, I mean, if he has Jagalza, he can finish the game, but yeah, Magnus comes down and quick 2-0 here for Defender Themable, immediately leaving the game, not saying GG, which is, yeah, maybe it wasn't a good
Some
game.
saltiness.
Yeah, I didn't like pay that much attention. And yeah, Themable for he's maybe the Solomon 2.0, where we had like a meme. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Solomon himself, who had like this meme with Thaddeus, who's like pretty chill, like when you face Solomon. And then it was. Do you remember which meme I'm referring to?
I think I know the template, yes.
Yeah. And then it's basically I face Solomon, and then there's Thaddeus with like pretty wide eyes open and fear in his eyes,
Yeah,
and then the next one is like it's the
sleeping.
finals, and
Yeah.
then he's sleeping. So Solomon knowing for losing, I think like 4 or 5 finals in a row where he managed to get into top 2, and then at some point he broke the curse, but this feels like Themable being in Top Cut, also on other Discord channel where we play some webcam tournaments. He's almost always like in the top cut, but then the first matchup in the top cut, he's immediately losing, and then yeah, which happened maybe here. So yeah, 2 matchups being over. FN Rush winning 2-0 against Ruck, and then the other way around, Ruck winning 2-0 against FN Rush. So that's basically something I like about Duel Masters. Of course we have some like deck types, some archetypes, I would say, but the single card choices matter so much in this game, and we basically have 2 Ruck aggros and 2 like complete opposite outcomes. And I believe the FN Rush decks are like 39 cards are different, are the same. Maybe 1 card is different. And then in Ruck we have quite a lot of difference here between Themable and my list, where I'm lower on curve and could keep up with the pace from FN Rush. Meanwhile, Themable couldn't keep up, even with a surfer from Shield. So yeah, matchup's over,
Me,
and
I
then
have
yeah.
like funny board state because Claude has Petrova buffing Guardians and my board is like too far, too forward. So I
Yes.
have a lot of 8k beaters staring him down. Uh,
Yeah, let's quickly go into your game here, and then yeah, dice wall is always crucial against FN Rush. Yeah, as we said earlier, it matters much more than like some control mirrors. And from my perspective here, looking at the bracket, I really hope that Dark Signer is winning this matchup, because I think I'm more favored into Forbos than I am into Hydro Hurricane. Although I play like Sing Wave, I play Windex, so dealing with early blockers like your Lower Giga, or even just like killing Pala or Lysis, and Giga Slug also, I can handle pretty well. And then when they are boosted, like the Windex comes in handy. So yeah, it's not sure. And looking at this matchup, Claude Alpha has Petrova, Pala, but no cards in hand, and Dark Signer has, yeah, now 5 Guardians, which are all 8k, and 6 cards in hand. And usually Hydro Hurricane is not in on Lost Souls, so Dark Signer can easily search with Phobos, get in some card advantage here in, and not fear anything from the opponent. Some Miraculous Snare here basically does nothing from Claude Alpha. And from Dark Designer's perspective, he has Fortress Shell in the graveyard, no other creatures, so yeah, more medicine. Maybe it's worth to get like the one Fortress back, but I think he can just play out some more creatures and then at some point, yeah, attack for game. And even like, what do you fear from the shield triggers? There's like Terror Pit, then so what? You lose like one of your 5 or more creatures on the board. You're even happy maybe to lose one of your creatures and not give the opponent some more impactful card to do later on. And yeah, at this point, even Holy Awe does nothing. Claude Alpha can't attack over anything. So yeah, I think they are just going through the motions here. It's looking pretty done. And that's something we experience with Hydro Hurricane, where they have to snowball like early on with an protected Rias with a Gigasalt on turn 5. And the longer the game goes and the less board they can build, Hydro Hurricane becomes much more weaker. And then now we see they are getting like outgrinded by some, yeah, more controlish oriented builds who are not relying on single cards like Rias on curve. And yeah. Yeah, Sasu is saying in the chat that the Mabel lost to Phobos with Rug last tournament in Top Cut and now to FN Rush. And now he might realize how Rug is out of fashion nowadays. I agree to some extent. You can, as I said in some, I don't know, many months ago, you can build Rug according to what you expect to face. If you want to beat FN Rush, you can build Rug to beat FN Rush, and if you want to beat Control, you can also build it in that way. It's of course difficult, but that's with like every deck to build that you can beat both decks on both spectrums, like beating the fastest deck and building like one of the grindiest decks out there. Yeah. And yeah, Claude Alpha realizing there's no out and scooping so game 1 to Dark Signer.
Yeah, just too many 8k Guardian beaters on board.
No. Maybe I would have liked Claude to like suicide attack the Petrova into something, but yeah.
But even then, like, I didn't give him a chance because I didn't attack early. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, now I'm swinging with 6 creatures, so he needs
Yeah.
trigger to stay alive, and then
Yeah, and even if it's like, it doesn't really matter if it's 8k or 4k, he's not on fire removal, which cares about strength and everything else. Yeah, he only had like 2 creatures on board. It was like over anyway. Petrova could have been on Galefish or something. Wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, Claude Alpha is probably looking for like an early Ghost Touch here to maybe snipe something like a Slash Charger or Brosam Tribe. Missed the turn 2 Ghost Touch. And now I think he's looking for um, Giga Slug, I would guess, to have an early evolution bait out for Gigasalt. Or maybe some Palaolesis that can protect the turn 5 Rias for something like Burst Shot. I don't think Darksun is on Volcano Charger here, so this might be something where, yeah, and he's charging the Palaolesis, so he's valuing his other cards in hand more than he values having a 2k boost to something like Rias later. But this could like maybe hurt him later on. Okay, so he plays Giga Balsa, so he probably has Giga Salt in hand, and that's why he maybe didn't play Palolesis, because he wanted to protect his Giga Salt from a Quantum Clamp, so he could discard 2 other cards and still keep the Giga Salt in hand, and now the Giga Salt should come down. Yeah, and oh, sniping the Terrapit from Dark Senna. Let's see if he has like another out. I mean, if he has Rebirth in hand, then he pretty much won the game, I think, at this point. I mean, it's early on, but Rebirth is basically a 1 for 3, killing like evolution creature which use the bait, so it's already a 2 for 1. You could argue that Giga Balsa already discarded a card from Dark Senna's hand, so the value is even there. But then Rebirth gets something out like a Fall and get Rebirth back, and every creature Claude Alpha plays, just the Rebirth comes down, so he needs to discard first. So this is like a crucial turn if Darksenna has Rebirth, which he doesn't seem to have, otherwise he would have played it by now. The game would be over. And oh, but Soulswap also pretty good here. Yeah, yeah. Let's see if Claude has like a follow-up, and ooh, yeah, Rias. Now it's protected by Burst Shot, with the Palolesis getting swapped back in. Oof! But the Blizzard of Spears coming down. Clutch. Clutch one. I mean, card advantage at the moment is in favor of Claude Alpha, but he doesn't have a threat, and Gigabalsa requires a Gigasalt requires a bait. So, and as we said earlier, if he can't like put out a threat like immediately, then he is behind. And oh, pretty nice here. Let's see if Mystrias has the Balmedius Curse, where it tutors up something from the top of the deck. No, it tutors up like a Terrapit. And now let's see, both in top deck mode. Brain Serum, what the hell? Why do you play Brain Serum and no Energy Stream? Not sure what his thought process is behind that, because Brain Serum, I mean, yeah, it's a shield trigger, but it doesn't help against aggro. So why do you play that? Yeah, so Darksigner's long-term plan now, play Fall, get Blizzard back, play Blizzard, but this gives Claude Alpha multiple turns here to get card advantage with Rias. But he only has 1 light mana, which is bad. Yeah, maybe I would have. Not sure what his other cards in hand are. Only 1 light mana means he can't spam like Leroy Giga Palolesis, and he basically needs 2 Palolesis now to protect from Blizzard next turn. moving Soul Swap instead of the Blizzard. Interesting. Ah, yeah, and then swapping for Fortress and getting rid, yeah. So Claude is on Mono Darkness now in the mana zone. I mean, Claude is drawing a lot of cards, but when a Lost Soul comes down from the opponent, you only have Darkness mana. It's not over yet, and yeah, since he's drawing so much, he will lose the deck out. And he basically needs something like, I would say, yeah, Giga Balsa is nice, discarding a Soul Swap. Some Palaolesis would be nice to protect his board from Burst Shot. Doesn't seem to have it. Now further burning himself in mana, but Corpse Charger can get back Palaolesis to have like more light mana or protection, but now's the critical turn. If Darkseid top decks a Burst Shot here, then this game is open. Or Lost Soul a Burst Shot, so when he is on 2 Lost Soul, 2 Burst Shot, or maybe 3 Burst Shot, should be 5 outs and 28 cards. Yeah, Tyrannim Clamp was not one of them. And now, like, Hydro Hurricane is getting tough. And when looking at Hydro Hurricane, I think it's a maze, so you don't want to give your opponent the Fortress Shot back, unless you are also burning him mana so you can't replay it. And yeah, you may choose a card, so Hydro Hurricane is optional. So 4 mana, another Giga Balsa? No, Corpse Charger for Palaolesis. Yeah. Then playing Palaolesis. Drawing cards. So Burst Shot is not live again. But like Soul Swap is live, so Soul Swap for Fall into Blizzard of Spears clears the whole board. Except Belix. Oh, Dimension Gate, 3 mana. The wrong 3 mana spell. Shield Trigger. Ice Vapor comes down. I mean, at this point, yeah, I mean, Ice Vapor is probably the best one, but having 13 cards in hand, you don't care about the discard aspect, but Mana Burn aspect is still relevant here. And Claude Alpha really needs some more light mana. Yeah, but this looks really good for Claude. But still, if the opponent has like Lost Soul, then you are forced to attack with your small creatures. And Palaolesis doesn't protect from a Shield Trigger Burst Shot, so although he has so much cards, it's still not over. Yeah, now deciding to only draw 1 card here, and now Hydro Hurricane comes down. So let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light creatures, 2 darkness creatures, so can bounce every creature from Darkseid and 6 mana. Oh, and it's automated here, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a good new feature.
Yeah. Yeah, now Claude has avoided some outs here from Darkseid. So no Lost Soul anymore, no Soul Swap for Fall for Blizzard. But again, like running into Shield Trigger Burst Shot kills your whole board, so it's still not over. He really needs a Petrova like on Guardian now. But with all those cards in hand, he should have it, so... Three Darkness mana, so another Giga Slug, it's... yeah. I mean, that doesn't help you to finish the game, the Giga Slug. You already have like a Giga Slug on board. Another Hydro Hurricane. Yeah, I mean, still he can't really attack. If he runs into Burst Shot, he loses everything. I mean, so Gala is boosted now because of the spell, but... Yeah, again, so Claude Alpha is looking for Petrova is looking for Gigasal to evolve his Giga Slugs to protect from Burst Shot here. Yeah. Now I would still like not attack here. Yeah, and it's also automated here, which is nice, so thanks again to C for automating a lot of cards in our TCG metagame. And pretty similar as in game one. Players are going like through the motion here. I mean, Claude Alpha could still slip up, as you said earlier, by attacking too early into a burst shot, but he's an experienced player, so I don't think he will walk into this trap here. And he's still looking for Petrova to boost his Guardians here. And now he starts attacking. So 5 cards in hand, 10 mana or something, not doing anything. And there's the burst shot, as we said earlier. So losing Rias, also Giga Balsa. So Galas survives here. But yeah, if like a Terror Pit comes down or a Soul Sword comes down, you lose more attackers. No, none of the. I'm wondering what Claude Alpha has in hand with like 5 cards. Only playing Ghost Touch here. Now if Darkseid has Soul Swap, he can swap out Gigasal, swap in the Giga Slug, or Level Giga or whatever, losing another attacker for Claude here. And then it could get like pretty close again. But basically the last 2 shields has to be 2 shield triggers here from Darkseid. Yeah, Soul Sword comes down. Yeah, and Claude needs like a spell again, so Gala is boosted and protected from another burst shot or Magma Rex. Another Rias here, and yeah, another spell should be played here. If he has one. Yeah, Miraculous Snare, so Gala is boosted. Yeah, played around the burst shot. But as we said earlier, this has to be another shield trigger, and yeah. It got closer in the end than it maybe what needed to be, but yeah, probably the Petrovas from Claude Alpha were like either in the bottom like 5 cards or like in the shields. So yeah, all important game 3 here. And now when going second, Hydro Hurricane has 1 more card in hand, so Hydro Hurricane can afford to play Paralalysis on turn 3 and still avoid something like Cranium Clamp here. Oh. Yeah, Ghost Touch here is nice. This card in Lost Soul also good, I would say, but when Darkseid has like Brosm, yeah, doesn't have it. And charging the Gigasalt early on, which you don't usually see here, could mean that it either was his only Darkness card here for Ghost Touch, Or he has like multiple ones. Let's see if Giga Balza comes down. Giga Balza comes down. Blizzard is good. Again, a good snipe here. And yeah, seeing the play earlier with the Gigasalt charge turn 2 should mean he has another one. But you could also argue you won't charge your Giga Balza because then you don't have a bait for Gigasalt. So it still could be like either or. And Darkseid are not doing something for the first 4 turns. Also not good, obviously. And I'm really rooting for Darkseid here. Because obviously he's a German as well, but also I have a better matchup against him, I would guess. Oh, Fall comes down getting Blizzard is nice, but if Gigasalt comes down here, could be trouble, because Blizzard doesn't kill it. But the Blizzard protects basically everything from, yeah, except Gigasalt, and oh, hitting the 50-50 here is brutal, because Soul Swap could have dealt with the Gigasalt here. Blizzard charge. Brosum Tribe, okay, so at least the ability is off by now. So he charged Paralys's last turn. So maybe he has like another threat in hand. 6 mana, is this Rebirth? No, it's Burst Shot. Yeah, so let's see if he has another threat. Ah, he does. Yeah, and that's what we said earlier. If he can stick this card, then no, he can't. It's basically the Balmedius curse here. And now when he's running out of like threats in like the late mid game, then it's difficult here. Yeah, and just passing, and this gives up Darkseid the opportunity to draw like a Phobos, both Lost Souls again, to draw like Cranium Clamp, to draw like Rebirth, obviously best card here. 5 mana, Sky Sword, alright. Charging the 4 was obviously not good, he wanted to see that. Petrova, oof, on Guardian. So this means he can never tap the Gigasalt again, so this is something Darkseid can now maybe rely on. He can search with Phobos and keep the card in hand, because when Gigasalt is tapping, Fall is just attacking over it. So I don't really like here Claude Alpha's decision by calling Guardian when the opponent has a Fall. So, yeah. And now, I mean, he can play the Soul Swap, like, yeah. He could have hold it in hand and maybe bait the opponent to attack, but now Fortress comes down. Maybe Snipe to Darkness. Yeah. And then you have again 8k creatures gifted by the Petrova on Guardian. And this is like a problem we see from Hydro Hurricane. If you don't stick like Urias, it's basically game over. And yeah, why don't you charge a Marrow Ooze here? You have a light mana source. You have a blue mana source, so charge the darkness to give you a darkness mana source to protect from the opponent discard. Didn't do it. So some missteps here, I would say, from Claude Alpha. Which you could argue I transferred some money from my account to Claude to make this misplays, but no, you are wrong.
You said you was rooting for me.
Yeah.
Want to waste the resource here. I mean, I could, but should I? Don't think I should. I was thinking about swapping in Phobos and then searching a soul swap from deck, but I don't think it's worth to lose a soul swap just to have a slightly better chance of double Phobosing in the future.
Yeah, now Claude Alpha is getting back the Okay,
I have to
never
say
mind.
I'm really top decking very well this game 3. Can't lie.
Yeah.
The burst shots when he
Oh,
had the burst shots when he had Rias without Pala or Petrova and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. But Claude Alpha's top decking also really good. It's his third Rias here. And this one is sticking because Petrova is on Guardian. So no
That's true.
rebirth, no burst shot here. So this gets it's getting more interesting. And this probably the last chance here. If he's losing another Rias, three of them are gone, Corpse Charger are gone. Looking grim. And yeah, Darksana, as you said, top deck really good. Like top decking both burst shots against the two Rias, and then also top decking Cranium Clamp when the opponent got back the Rias. Was good, was skillful, but no.
Skillful.
Forbos, yeah. Can search an answer here. So now both abilities trigger. So Phobos is triggering and also Rias is triggering. So Darksigner, because he's the active player, has to resolve the Phobos ability first, and then Claude Alpha is resolving the Rias ability and deciding to draw a card, but at this point he's 0 cards in hand, of course he's drawing. And yeah, the answer Darksigner is searching can be discarded by Gigazalt, but then the problem here is that Petrova again is boosting Guardian, so Fal can easily kill Gigazalt. But even when Petrova is not on Guardian, then Fortress can kill Gigazalt, which is also like a niche interaction. That's not the reason you play Phobos. You play Fortress in Phobos to kill like a random 5k creature from the opponent. But it's an upside, of course, and also Fortress avoiding your own Blizzard of Spears, also an upside with 5k. Could be more balanced if Fortress was like 4k or 3k even instead of 5k. But it is what it is. They even decided to remake Fortress Shell, so you can play 8 of them with like the Terror Dragon Zalbek, which sees play in Classic 05. And deciding, or Darkseid is looking through his deck, so probably figuring out what's in his shields, while also looking for the best card to search. And Rebirth is a pretty valuable card, so it has to be discarded here. And ooh, he missed a draw. Claude Alpha missed a draw here. Holy moly. This is something it could cost him, like late in this game. So yeah, Darkseid is searching for so long that Claude Alpha just basically forgot maybe that Rias is on board. But yeah, that's a huge boon here. You could again say I'm PayPaling, but no. He's just like not playing that well, Claude Alpha. Not sure what's happening to him. He went undefeated in Swiss and now he's doing more hiccups. So yeah, definitely not drawing here is huge mistake here. And I think I would still like favor Darksander's position because Gigazalt is dying here now, but the opponent has a bunch of 8k creatures and yeah. Yeah, the Petrova on Guardian is really questionable. Yeah. So good point by Sasso. Yeah, you can learn something from every player. Doesn't matter how good or how bad they are, how fast or how slowly they are. So Sasso basically said that Darkseid learned from Weezing and Grave Corpse Charger that if you spend a lot of time on your turn, then the opponent will make a mistake later on. And that's
Thanks, Sasu.
exactly
But
yeah.
also it took took a time because I needed to figure out shields.
Yeah, that's true. And we also learned from Solomon that if you write a lot in the chat during the duel, it will also make the opponent lose focus. So some valuable lessons learned here from our participants. So yeah. Having water mana here, snaring the fortress, alright, but yeah, no card draw. Again, if now a Terror Pit comes down, getting rid of the Rias, or just even a Soul Swap here, swapping the Rias out for like lower Giga or something. And Darksun is in a good position. One of the worst like top decks here together with Brosam Tribe. He's playing Stream and Brain Serum, so I think he's really liking his one-offs, but I would go on with like Energy Stream and Brain Serum because turn 3 Energy Stream and then you dig for either Giga Balsa on 4 and then Giga Zal turn 5, which you can't do with like Brain Serum. Maybe you can play like Giga Slug on turn 3 and then play Brain Serum turn 4 and then Giga Zal turn 5, which is something I could see, but every time there are cards that basically do the same, there's usually one card that is superior to the other, and then you can just play like 2 copies of them and not a 1-1 split. Yeah, now Forbes comes down, double search. Let's see if Claude Alpha is now remembering his Rias trigger, because this is like the same situation we had 2 turns ago, where Darksana played forward and Claude Alpha forgot to draw. And yeah, again, Claude Alpha needs to build a board and then play Hydro Hurricane because all those 8k creature doesn't allow him to just poke like shield by shield. Yeah, now he remembered to draw a card here, Claude Alpha. So yeah, Morbid and Terror Pit, so an answer for Rias and also like yeah, with Fall in the Grave, but yeah, only Fall and Brosam Tribe in the Grave, so not that valuable targets here at the moment. And at this position, again, I am still liking Claude Alpha's spot here. Dark Senna's spot here. But yeah, this could swing 5 mana. Another Rias. Alright, so yeah, having a backup Rias when the first one is getting destroyed, and Claude Alpha is getting lower and lower in cards, and when he's at like, I don't know, 6 cards maybe in deck, you don't even care about the Rias anymore. At least about the Rias effect, you care about Rias being attacker more. But at this point, you're still like not wanting to give like Claude Alpha more draws here, but yeah, only with 12 cards in deck, he can only afford to draw with Rias like 4 more times, which could be enough, obviously, to get out more stuff, play Hydro Hurricane, and then maybe 2 Hydro Hurricanes back to back, and then win the game. But again, when you are attacking, you have to fear burst shot from the opponent because on your turn it's not boosted by Pala, and then you have to fear all those guardians from the opponent to swing back at you. Yeah, charging the one Hydro Hurricane was definitely interesting here from Claude, since that is basically his win condition. So maybe he has some Belix in hand to get it back. Basically, charge was interesting here. Let's see how this turns out in the future. Yeah, Palolysis, draw a card. Two are in the mana zone, and yeah, so one more somewhere. Giga Slug, he's only drawing single cards now. Yeah, obviously because he only has one Rias. Yeah, and still when Daxon I find something like Lost Soul here. I don't think Claude has enough left in the tank to poke through 7 shields, and Daxon can even play some Sky Swords here to further get some shields. He's 6 cards ahead in deck and race, and Daxon is playing Slash Charger, so Claude has to count for that one as well. And usually you on Cloud Alpha's part you want to have like more Palolysis, so you don't want to fear the forwards and files swinging back at you when you start to attack. So when he has one more Palolysis, everything is boosted by 4k on the opponent's turn. And also with the Petrova, 4k, so 8k basically. Yeah, so the Giga would be at 10k and could block an 8k forwards file. So on Cloud Alpha's part, you are looking now for the last Palolysis. You are looking for Hydro Hurricane. And yeah, for more guys to attack with. And this all in like 9 cards in the deck. So yeah. Darkseid with more, but let's see what's in the grave. Cranium Clamp. Lost Soul. He has 8 mana. He could search and play Soul Swap when he wants to. He could also decide to hold the Fall, not giving Claude a draw for next turn and then play Fall and Lost Soul maybe together at 12 mana, but then you fear the opponent just playing Hydro Hurricane. And then, yeah, it's bad. Let's see what he's swapping. Maybe it's time to swap out an attacker for Giga Slug here, yeah. Or Lower Giga, one of them. On one hand, you don't want to give him more baits for like Gigasalt. On the other hand, Lower Giga is boosted by Petrova and can block like Fal and Phobos. Oh. So giving Claude like 2 draws here. One draw, one draw. And he drew. He didn't. Or did he? Yeah, he drew. No mana charge here, so no Hydro Hurricane coming down, which is good news. Yeah, now the question is, do you tap? Because then all these 8Ks are coming in, and he does. Yeah. Useless card being discarded, and he's losing an attacker now. So I think not the best decision here from Claude, losing a valuable attacker. And yes, your lower gigas can trade 1-for-1 against Fall and Phobos, but then you are losing more light creatures for your Hydro Hurricane. So again, like play. Yeah, and he knew it was bad. Yeah, true. X-Boom. Yeah, it was for more, but yeah, now let's see if Good Alpha is blocking it or just deciding to let it go to have like more fuel for Hydro Hurricane. And no, he's trading down. Now, question from Darkseid is: do you want to keep like a fortress, or do you a Phobos, or do you want to keep a Phal? And his answer is: I want to keep a Phobos here. So having at least one Phal in the grave is nice for some future model plays, but I think the game is not going for that long that this will come up. Yeah, and now, oh, he's protecting it even, suicide blocking with Pala, which is interesting here. All right, I wouldn't have expected that one because Palalis is, I mean, yeah, maybe it's, I mean, if he's playing a spell now, then Solgala can trade with the Phobos also, but then again, he's losing an attacker and he only has like 5 turns to break 7 shields. Um, hmm. Yeah, another Petrova obviously on Chimera would be pretty good here, so Gigazard can kill Phobos. Yeah, it's pretty close. Darkseid basically just is in front of the finish line. Wants to get it over by trading down, um, killing the opponent's attackers, hoping to get a slash charger maybe out of the shields to further, yeah, go with the game plan of decking out. And in some niche scenarios, there could be like a surprise meltdown here when he has like a creature on board. The opponent is forced to go in, break down to 0 shields, basically tapping everything on your part here. The Solgala because it has to attack and then not leaving a blocker back. Then meltdown suddenly comes down, finishes the game. Which is again a niche scenario here, but could happen. Usually you are putting in meltdown for some aggro matchups, but can come up against control also if the opponent is not careful enough. So no mana charge here from Claude. Yeah, I also agree with Xboom that the most likely scenario is that Claude Alpha is decking out. And now Belix getting back the corpse means he's not getting back Hydro Hurricane. Getting Rias back here. What does that do? Miraculous Snare on his own Belix. Because yes, now Solgala is boosted 2 times by 2 spells and now can kill the Phobos. Alright. This was a good play here. And now, yeah, attacking with Petrova, so Gigazard can basically discard. Ooh, Fortress Shell, which was also a good play. Not a good play, but a good discard. And basically any shield trigger seals the deal here for Dark Senna. Yeah, the snare doesn't matter. Yeah, pretty close. Now another attacker comes down with Rias. And Solgala. Yeah, I think you attack with Solgala and then maybe you have time to discard the drawn card. Oh, he snared the photos earlier. Yeah. Didn't pay attention. I did, but I just forgot.
Was known.
Yeah. So let's see. Shield is broken. Now let's see if he wants to discard the drawn shield. Yeah, he's thinking about it. I mean, he has still 4 turns here and has currently 4 attackers on board. I think it's fine if he's discarding the drawn card and then... But I think he should also attack with Petrova here. Every missed attack could be like crucial. With just like a middle ground of having Gigazald's ability being triggered and also attacking. Yeah, I agree with Xboom in the chat, just discarding here and then you can again think to attack with Petrova, but I think you should because the opponent can always play like slash charger and maybe like Belix slash charger or soul swap your Belix slash charger. So basically, yeah. And then discarding. Oh, he's attacking. I'm not liking that one that much. No shield trigger, but now plenty of cards in Dark Sinner's hand. And as we said earlier, like slash charger would be nice. I mean, he has to deal with like some creatures. Soul Swap on his Gigabalzer for Buzzer Gazelle can kill one of them. Probably the Petrova, because then Burst Shot is live from the shield. And now here's a question to the chat. If Sol Gala is attacking, so imagine like Petrova is not on Guardian or Petrova is gone. So Sol Gala is attacking, and Sol Gala is attacking into Burst Shot. So what happens?
Gala gets destroyed.
You are spoiling the answer, but
Sorry.
I mean, it's written on the card, which I'm not sure it's written like in the original. Maybe it's some added flavor text. Because on Solgalad it says, do what the spell says before this creature gets the extra power. And it has nothing to do with like, oh, it's I'm the active player, so my creature ability is triggering first. No, the opponent's card is not a creature, so it's a spell. So yeah. Darksigner has 12 cards left in deck, so yeah. Now crucial turn. He's facing defeat on his next turn without trigger, so he needs to think about.
Tough decisions to make here.
Yeah, but yeah, what is Xboom is saying, but that's still under the assumption that the opponent doesn't have a shield trigger in the last 3 cards, and Darksigner searched his deck earlier, so he should know what is under like.
I know. Yes,
Yeah.
I know what's there.
Under the last 3 shields, and of course he maybe doesn't know like the exact like cards. You probably only care about like the shield triggers, but and you obviously don't know in which order they are. So if the order is wrong and you can't like kill an attacker with a shield trigger, this could also come up. But yeah. So APOC. So no mana charge also. So he has 3, 6, 9, 11 cards left. So maybe having like a clamp in hand and then. I mean, one clamp is in the. No, 2 clamps are in the graveyard. So usually Phobos is only on 2 clamps. So yeah, so no draw here from Claude, which I agree on. And APOC can only kill like 1 card here. Yeah, Slash Charger is nice here, and that's why Darkseid thought for so long on like playing Slash first, then playing Belix, get back Slash, then another Slash. Could also be an option, but went for safer play um, to get rid of also a creature here. Now he's basically slashing like any card that can attack basically, or that can remove his blocker. Yeah, drawing here. Solomon, yeah. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, so okay, discarding a potential speed attacker here also with Gigazalt. Pretty reasonable. Okay, so now thinking, so now if he's thinking he has like a decision between APOC and not sure. So again, no rebirth here. Maybe he's thinking if he's getting a rebirth in the future, what is like worth killing now? Um, okay, he's deciding to kill the Gigazal now. So yeah, rebirth can still kill the Solgala. And maybe it's two Bilix guns, so maybe not getting a Bilix. So maybe this was like a turn where he could APOC like the Rias and then oh yeah, Bosom Trap again useless. So um, but again, Giga
For
Balsa
anyone
is
wondering, I was wondering if it's worth to play the Bronze Arm
ah
because you see it could have fit in there, but then if I charge a multi, then I'm
yeah, yeah,
fucked.
yeah, and I think like the one Bosom Trap doesn't really matter here. I mean, it could matter when we have the meltdown come up, and that's what I said earlier. Now it's pretty interesting. I think you let this through here. Yeah, maybe you. Hmm. Yeah, maybe you let this through, and then when Petrova also attacks, you let it through also, and then you have a meltdown play. But maybe when you let that through, Claude is just not attacking with Petrova. So some might get, and if, also, yeah, do Claude Alpha even like, oh, he's not respecting the meltdown, which could be a mistake, And Darkseid is knowing what he has in shields, so yeah, now we have a meltdown play, and now when he has like soul swap in hand, you can even play around like one shield trigger because then you play meltdown and swap for Berserker Zeal. Yeah, so many cards are winning here for Darkseid. He can play something like Slash Charger, Soul Swap the Belix, play Slash Charger again, which is GG. Um, yeah, so Darkseid is basically 40 cards deep into his deck, so maybe he has some meltdowns somewhere. I mean, yeah, Mr. De La Serna spawning in his meltdown love. Yeah, it's basically a one-off which can be tutored, but even if you can't tutor it, it's just like a win button where you are like 100%, 90% to lose the game, and then suddenly you're winning it just because of a one-off you put into your deck, and it's also good mana fixing. So why are you just not playing it every time you are playing like Darkness and Fire? And also, I think Claude didn't search his decks somewhere around, so he doesn't know what's under his shields. Yeah, he only drew with like Brain Serum Energy Stream, so he didn't search. Which is like something when you have like Crystal Memory instead of Brain Serum, you additionally search your best card for the moment, but additionally you know what's under your shield so you can play accordingly. So if Claude Alpha knew he has like a shield trigger here, he can afford to just attack and not play around Meltdown, but I mean when the opponent is 40 cards into his deck, like the Meltdown is yeah. Yeah, 6 mana. And here's the Meltdown as we said earlier, and yeah. I mean there has to be a Ghost Touch, Ice Vapor doesn't matter. Ghost Touch Rebirth doesn't matter. Giga Balsa. Oh, yo, yo. And yeah. I mean, yeah. Hmm.
I mean, because you see, my draws weren't that great. Um, I top decked the Vapor. I had the Ghastly, which I wanted to keep, so luckily didn't discard because I knew I had Meltdown and Shields. So even if he stops attacking, I would have gone for Ghastly Meltdown.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Ghastly Meltdown, obviously. Yeah. Also plays around Claude Alpha not attacking. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely some luck involvement.
I mean, there's
But like you,
also.
you, you really described it very well. Why do I like this game? I 100% lose, and like even if it gives me like 1% chance to win the game, um, yeah,
Yeah. Always have been like a pretty huge fan of Meltdown everywhere you play Fire and Darkness. And yeah, I mean, Claude Alpha could have decided to attack with Petrova and leave a blocker back by Sogala, but then again, opponent, as we saw by discarding Dark Sunny had Rebirth, so you could also play
yeah,
Rebirth on Sogala and then, um,
then meltdown, yeah,
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 and then Meltdown. So
definitely,
you basically would have needed to hold back an attack, so one shield, and then also hold back a blocker. But I guess you were on 15 mana anyway, so Ghastly, Rebirth, Meltdown. I mean, 6. How many mana did you have? 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, you would be like one
yeah,
mana
not
short,
not
but
enough with Ghastly, but yeah, but then he leaves an attacker back, and I have double um rebirth depending which shield he breaks. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, a lot of ifs. But yeah, if he leaves the attackers up and I get the 2 rebirths from shield, um, I can kill the Solgala and the Gigabalsa.
yeah,
And then the Belix can block 1 attack because I knew his last 3 cards in deck were Pala, Petrova, Ghost Touch, so no removal.
yeah,
So the
yeah,
Belix definitely gets to block an attack.
yeah. So GG, and here Solomon brought up the meme we were describing earlier, facing Solomon IDC, and then it's the finals. So you can basically facing Themable and Top Cut, and then oh no, facing Themable in a tournament, it's the Top Cut. You can like make a new meme out of it. All right, so results
You have to
are in.
update. Oh, you updated it. Yeah, Claude update. So I will take a 1-minute bathroom break. This
Yeah.
was quite long. Be right back.
Oh, and Shobu won 2-0 against X-Boom. So yeah, as we said earlier, FN Rush, if it has like the common missile, early aggression, winning die war, can go head to head with LDN control, as we said earlier. No, no Surfer, no Fire Mass removal, no Burst Shot, no Magma Rex, and so on. So in the upper bracket, we have FN Rush Mirror, we have Ruck against Phobos. In the lower bracket, we have Hydro Hurricane versus Rush and LDN versus Ruck. So since Darkseid and me are facing, probably we are watching this one, and then we will jump into onto other games. And doesn't matter who of us is winning, he's facing FN Rush in the final. So Yeah. Yeah, defender winning IDC is possible, but I'm always rooting for like a new person to win IDC. So if Shobu is winning it, would also be pretty nice here to have a new participant joining the ranks of an IDC tournament winner. So yeah, so let's open a room and yeah, round 2 is free. All right, so we can, I guess, hop into maybe the FN Rush Mirror, since Dark Santa is not here yet again.
I am back.
Oh, he is back. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was not on my radar that we are facing, but you already told on stream, you said you want to face me next. Oh, you have to get one account to spec, yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So I hope I have now the correct window onto the display for stream. I mean, I will quickly load like a different deck and then draw a card and see if this is like, yeah, okay.
It's the right account.
Yeah, so I will reset the game and then all right. So this set up battle zone. All right, rolling at 12. Let's see, rolling a
Rolling a
1.
one, not enough. Not even close.
Then I will go
That's a good
first.
sign for you already.
Yeah. So, semifinals. Good luck, have fun, and your turn.
Magnus coming down.
Yeah, with Rock, as we said time and time again, you don't charge a water mana on your first turn.
No, you want the Gonta life.
Yes.
There it is.
Now you are basically hoping for no Terra Pit here from the
Yeah.
opponent.
I have to hope for triggers. That's the game. That's not a trigger.
So Slash Charger, obviously, for me, it's better than like Brosam Tribe. I mean, it's better than just like no play on turn 3. So it's like a middle ground, and you can't expect to always hit like your Brosam Tribe turn 3 and 50 cards here. And Slash Charger also better than like, I mean, you can argue if you play Dimension Gate or Slash Charger, because you will hit like your 5 mana sweet spot next turn for Sky Sword.
Yeah, the ramp is definitely important, but you still want to have dimension gate, so you can toolbox out creatures.
Hmm.
I like the 2/2 split.
Yeah. All right. So
No green mana, that's what I like to
no
see.
green mana.
Not
Getting mana
another
screwed.
Gonta. Not another Gonta.
Yeah.
That would be too much.
Or Quixotic. So getting mana screwed a bit here.
This definitely helps.
Because like another Gonta or like Quixotic coming down, then it's really hard. But now only having like the one creature gives Darkseid the opportunity to come back. And yeah, Dimension Gate, again, checking for the shields. And again, searching maybe something like Sky Sword if he doesn't have it in hand already. And the way I attacked, I attacked around Burst Shot with Aquahulkers first.
Makes sense.
Let's see what the stream is saying. Nothing.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sky Sword to hand. Yeah, so definitely no nature mana here, hurting me quite a lot.
Yeah, that would have been GG if you can follow up with another
mm,
Gonta there. Would be really rough. Now the Sky Sword maybe can carry me a bit.
yeah, so here's the Gonta, and now,
And the Pyrofighter, damn.
yeah, let's attack around Burst Shot again.
Mm.
Hmm, Soul Swap is good here.
2 new shields.
Let's attack with. I think keeping Magnus when there's a pit is good. Now we have the question again, do I play around the meltdown here or not? I mean, I have a lot of creatures, but poof.
That's a rough question here.
Yeah, definitely the Soul Swap. Also giving another mana. 7, so he can't play meltdown and then also like swap for basic. Yeah, but then yeah. Doesn't matter since I don't play like Holy. Oh.
Yeah, it's basically with Meltdown, just do you have
Yeah.
one trigger on
Yeah, but I
none?
think I should attack here because Sky Sword killing Brosam Tribe and then maybe Rebirth on Gonta, getting Belix for example, and then or even just like Blizzard of Spears completely destroys me if I don't attack. So I think attacking here is correct. Yeah, because he can't just play Blizzard of Spears now and be happy. He has to play also like Belix.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough spot.
But the thing with Meltdown is if you don't have like another safe option, you are just going for it and hoping for no triggers. So
Yeah,
you can't really like play around it and hope the opponent is like, yeah. So if you break it, you break it, and then yeah. So definitely the one extra attacker where I charged the Waterman instead of Nature Mana. I think I play around 20 Nature Mana, so it was quite likely to charge a Nature Mana. Maybe it was like 50-50 because I play 10 fire. I mean, not counting the multicolor, obviously, and then also like 11 water. So yeah, maybe it was around a 50-50 to get like a nature mana from the top.
I mean at this point it requires it's like 99% over, but we can get super duper lucky.
I mean, I would
Yeah, I
have
didn't have
swapped out,
Meltdown.
but I would
If
have
you didn't
swapped.
attack, I think it would have
Mm.
gone
I mean, on
bad
your
for you.
part, I would have swapped out the Fall for the Sky Sword, and then your Sky Sword could kill like a Brosam tribe. But now you can't.
Yeah, true.
So yeah,
But I
multiple
mean, even
counters.
then, like I need to have like all my soul swaps here, yeah, which I
Yeah.
don't have. I need soul swap into soul swap into soul swap into trigger, like very, very unlikely to.
All right.
That's a strong start.
Yeah, but basically without mushroom turn 2, can't really afford to attack with the sniper.
That's also true.
Yeah. Yeah. So I need to pass here,
No, that
sadly.
looks like mono green.
Mono green aggro. Yeah. I mean, having turn 1 is nice, but then, oh, and the Blossom Tribe, yeah. Ooh. Pretty rough here from my point of view. Yeah, I think the best play here is just Magnus attack. Which is
That's the
not
best play.
good. Yeah, which
Mm,
is not great. Oof.
yeah.
Yeah. And now I can't afford to attack with Sniper again. Yeah, so basically Sniper without Shroom or Blossom Tribe in Rock is not that good. And now Skysuit comes down probably. Yeah. Oh, looking not good. Looking not good. Um, and also with this curve here, Darkseid has enough cards in hand, so Pinsir is not that great here. And I think I have to attack with Sniper to give him more cards in hand. So Pinsir is like a double brick. Just also not great here. Yeah, rough start, rough start. No 2-drop follow up, no 3-drop really. And obviously when you look at like Magnus and Rikaboo, for example, you always want to play your Rikaboo Dismantle first to get like a permanent threat on the board and then play your Magnus last. And if I would have had like another water mana, I would be very happy to play like the Hulkers on 3, but no other water mana here for me. No. We had a game in Swiss where Darkseid was on 11 shields, so 6 shields generated by Skysword, and yeah.
Yeah, looking really good for me this game.
Yeah, and I have all pincers here, but I can't really attack. And now, if Darkseid has like a burst shot, he can charge a card, play burst shot, and then my pincers are dying. Usually, pincer is good against control, but if the opponent is just playing like Prosam type, Skysword, swap, generating more shields, but not generating card advantage, then the pincers are useless. So maybe like in the future version, I will go down on Pincel to like 3 because it is good when it comes down early on turn 3, for example, with like the mushroom. But there are like aggro matchups, for example, than this matchup against control where Pincel is not great, especially when going second. So maybe only having like 3. So you basically want to see like one of them, but not more. And now I see 4 of them in my top like 7 cards I drew from the deck. It's tough. So like see if Darkseid is deciding to get more shields or if he's like starting to burn some mana.
Yeah, at this point I'm starting to burn.
Yeah, so I basically have to hope that he's top decking something like Borzam Tribe, Slash Charger. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Turpid. It's fine.
Mm.
Ghastly Drain, yeah. Not something you would see usually against aggro, that you would play the Ghastly Drain here. But he can easily afford to um, get some cards, and now 6 mana for, yeah, Rebirth. I mean, my hope was that he put back some cards he couldn't play.
Yeah, but when I pick two, like there's only one card in my deck that I can't immediately play, and that's Fortress, and one of them is already on board, so there was no combination where I can't at least play one
Yeah,
of the cards, even if
yeah,
it does nothing. So just that the pincer stays low.
yeah. And also seeing my third Seeing Wave here, not that great. That's also something, since I'm on a lower curve, like playing 3 Seeing Waves, maybe there should be something to go down like a Seeing Wave. Maybe only playing 2 and maybe like something else. I mean, Seeing Wave's only option is here to, or purpose is to collect the opponent's Belegs and so on. Maybe some Skies for Sprawl, some Tribes, so Soul Sword plays are off, but you would usually have like another threat to attack with. At this point here, we are just like going through the motions, I would guess, because there is
Yeah, it's
not much I can do.
more likely that I win, but
Maybe I attack with this one as well before it gets like rebirthed again. Yeah, two complete like opposite games where the first one Darkseid had no chance and now I have no chance. Um, yeah.
um, single mushroom.
Yeah.
It's there.
Means basically 2 mana. Hope you spend your turn playing Berserk Azir and ending.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
2 mana, discard a card, get a turn basically. But you can also like just, I don't know, do something else.
Mm. Mm. Oh no, I've been disconnected.
Yeah, me too. Hmm.
Please, Octagon, don't crash now.
That's
That's
why
what
you don't
Spalding was
surrender.
hoping
Yeah. That's why you don't surrender. You are always playing for the disconnect. But obviously you would prefer that only your opponent is disconnecting and not yourself, but
and I can make a screenshot of my screen and like I think there's zero chance I'm losing this. Unless you say, yeah, of course I play Holy Awe and Aqua Skydiver and Apocalypse Day from DM14.
I mean, if you decide to attack
No,
here now and then
I have
surfer,
met down
surfer, surfer.
buzzer swap, so there's no like literally no out for you in this situation.
I'm not sure if others are also disconnecting, so we will look at maybe Discord what happens.
Very unfortunate.
Hmm.
Rough.
So it seems that Themabel and Xboom are finished, and also Solomon and Claude. So we can put in the scores here. And yeah,
Yeah.
Themabel winning 2-0 against LDN. So all the people are saying LDN is trashing Ruck, which I didn't understand earlier, and now I think
And
last
the
tournament
other
we also
guys
saw.
are
Yeah.
finished, so it's just our match, and we are
Mm.
still disconnected.
So Defender won 2-0, and Claude also won. So all 2-0s here. Now going to a quick on the mirror, yeah. I mean, F and Rush mirrors are basically just, yeah, roll the die and
I roll generator.
let's see
I
what
mean,
the stream is saying.
Lucky Torcon is a thing, but aside from that,
Yeah. Can we play our 7 plays match already so I can go eat my onions more anti-control this time? Ah, yeah.
yeah, I don't think it matters that much.
Maybe slow players are waiting for disconnect, yeah. Um, maybe, but when they are in a winning position, they are also playing slow, so that's not something you can argue.
So I'm not playing slow, I'm playing to win. Don't want to lose to random shit. And next turn was the turn I win. Like you don't play discard. And even if you tag in Holy Awe, I have the meltdown plus soul swap. Rough. You can decide if you want to start new with game 2 redo or game 3 and you start, I guess.
Yeah, we can
Because
maybe wait like a couple more minutes. It's like 3 minutes, and maybe it will like reconnect somehow. And maybe so Xboom and Solomon are asking if they can play their match. So usually only our like also every
oh, we're
round.
back, we're back,
We're back.
we're
We're back.
back. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
go.
So yeah, so every round is being played at the same time or being started at the same time. So no, you can't start. Oh, it's
No, please don't disconnect again before my next turn.
wait. Yeah, it said that. Yeah, so we are back, I guess. So let's see the stream. Yeah, so I draw a card now. Do you see that?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm seeing it.
All right. So,
Fire mana?
yes,
You
yes.
counter. Yeah, but the multi. The multi fire mana.
Now quickly go for the game-ending play before it gets disconnected
Yeah, I
again.
have to. Be fast. Play the meltdown fast.
Right. I choose one shield for so it stays, right? So I
Yeah,
choose
one
one.
shield stays.
And then, yeah, the others are getting. All right.
Surfer.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Close. Getting close. Now I have to think. I'm just doing this. Yeah.
Oh, game is not on screen. Wait a minute. Why? Oh yeah, the Discord is on screen. I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah. Now it should do it. I mean, now you are like really asking the game to freeze again.
No.
By not attacking immediately.
Gotta be safe.
From what?
I don't know if you take in holy or.
Okay. Then your blocker would have been tapped also, so not sure why you keep the blocker. And swap out attackers. Maybe I play. What's the Bonds of Justice? Then this would make sense, but.
I don't think you got it. Yeah, you
Ah!
managed it.
Close one, close
Didn't
one.
disconnect. Didn't disconnect.
All right.
All important game 3.
Yes. Uh, oh, that's a tough one. Um. Boah. Hmm. What do I do? Huh. In this situation, I would have liked to get an extra card. Um.
You know,
uh,
Kaijuru has the ruling you can choose after you see your hand.
oh,
I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I mean,
could go for
I
the high
think it.
roll to get like the exact card I need from the top, but I don't think that's a good play here. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
will.
think I don't like the system because it just rewards bad deck building because you can just choose to go second if you break.
Hmm.
Okay.
Should have went for the high roll. Damn.
Never punished. Yeah, the sniper into mushroom. Yeah, okay.
I
Don't
mean,
think I
one
will
burst shot ends
this
my
one.
whole career, but
Yeah.
I hope you don't have it. Ah! And I think I will. Does it matter which
Do you
creature I attack?
drew another sniper to decide if you want to play it or not? To die even more into burst shot.
Yeah. I think I will attack with sniper and get back lucky ball and hope to not run into a trigger. Oh, my
Not the
heart, my
trigger I
heart.
wanted,
I
but
mean, it's
it
better
is a
than
trigger
nothing, yeah.
nonetheless. We will take those.
I mean, this makes my lucky ball live now, which is great, which is also a reason you play sniper, or you should. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the sniper version of Rock. So, and sniper makes your lucky ball on turn 4 live, which we could see here.
Need to figure out my last shield. Ah, yeah. All right. Let me think. Got all this stuff going on next turn. Yeah.
Alright, so Sky Sword to hand should mean he has Brosam Tribe.
That is a good assumption. You got the lucky ball back, and I have one unknown. Yeah.
Two shields, two triggers. It could have been worse, being a burst shot,
It could
but
have been worse.
could have been better. So now pretty easy turn here for Dark Signer. Charge when I play Brosam Tribe.
Yeah.
And also easy turn for my
But
part.
also easy turn for you,
Yeah.
charge mana, play lucky ball.
Yeah. Draw 2, and then now we attack with Hulkers first here. So if there's another pit, then the shroom gets destroyed here. Back to Dark Signer. So now 5 mana, play Sky Sword. I think pretty easy turn here again. Play Sky Sword, and then the Brosam Tribe hits the shroom,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Just thinking about my charge. Yeah.
Maybe he has like, yeah, another play where he's swapping out the Brosam Tribe for Sky Sword and then also playing Billix, which is a more like defensive approach, which could work. So maybe I was a bit too hesitant to call it like an easy turn here. But yeah, it seems like all right.
Let's see if there's a speed attacker.
Yeah, we will play Quixotic first though, and then play the speed attacker.
Means I need a trigger.
So attack with Hulkers first to play one burst shot. And then I think I should attack with Magnus here to get it back, maybe? Yeah, because APOC kills my career, so I will attack with Magnus first.
GG,
And
no trigger.
GG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was stuff coming down, but wrong trigger for it. Yeah, like I said, I needed a swap to get Belix out as well. I didn't have swap, so.
Yeah. I mean, the
I
meltdown
mean,
wouldn't have worked
the
because of
start,
the surfer here in the shield, but
yeah, true.
still a chance.
The
And then,
start was good, but not great. I needed like the dimension gate and pit to get into the game.
yeah.
Yeah. Good luck in finals.
GG's. Thank you.
I will face. Who will I face? Oh, the one of the FN Rush Defindo, right?
Yeah, let's put in the results here and yeah, I face FN Rush. You also face FN Rush.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of FN Rush.
and Xboom faces FN Rush, and then yeah.
A lot of FN Rush.
All right. So round 3 is free.
I root for you simply because FN Rush can't have more wins. I
Yeah.
will send money to Defindo's PayPal. You did the favor to me with Claude.
Yeah, true. I mean, I won FN Rush in Swiss and FN Rush in like the quarterfinals, so
You can do it
maybe
again.
I can do it
You can do it
again, but
again.
we will see. Yeah, pretty happy with my comeback here, IDC 50 after like 7 IDCs or I don't know how much without me participating, and then being in the grand final here. Also with like a more like experimental version of rock aggro, which I really like so far. Um, like 2 changes I already have in mind. I talked about like the 4 pincer scarabs earlier, which are maybe a
Yeah,
bit too
maybe a
much.
bit too much, but
So
like they are really good into four boss.
yeah, when they are good, but they were also like a situation where they were also useless against Phobos when going second, but it's maybe like a scenario which doesn't happen like a lot of times. So yeah,
Against
so
other controls like LDN or Fortress, it's not that good.
yeah. Uh, all right, so um, yeah, I think we will um, watch like the finals on stream, and then because it should also be like, I mean, of course it's the finals, but it should also be fast in like Rock versus FN Rush, and then can jump onto other games after that. And I'm AFK for a moment.
Right. Oh, nice. 18 die roll against FN Rush. 18 die roll against FN Rush already feels like a moral win. I think it hasn't rolled it yet. Yeah, 16, yeah. So I won. Close, but I won.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So we will join the final. Final is up.
Yeah. Rough, especially in the mirror. Robo lost all dices today, but not really that important, except against like the mirror, where it's
Hmm.
really rough. He plays turn 1 Deadly Fighter, which would be heavily punished by Belix, if I had one.
Alright. So Defendo 1 and 16 against my 9 means he will start, which is not great for me.
That's good. That's definitely something we needed. The turn 3 bronze armor.
Also having a 1-drop here. And now we see immediately why the sniper comes in clutch. I can answer his sniper with my own sniper here, and usually on rock you start on turn 2, and now we see me starting also like on the same turn as Rush, so I can keep up with the pace, and additionally I have Surfer, so
I'm getting stared down by double Gonta in the meantime.
and Defender not attacking here, so not offering a trade, which is interesting. Um, Now on my part, what do I do? Um,
Yeah, I got extremely lucky. First shoot pit, which he played around perfectly, beautifully, I have to say. Attack with Gonta first, so burst shot would clear my bronze arm and his deadly. I got a pit, so I needed to pit the other Gonta that
mm,
can't attack just for value, because I would know I will run over the deadly fighter anyway.
mm-hmm,
And then, but the second shield that he broke was Soul Swap, so I could swap in Sky, which now runs over Braid Claw,
mm.
which is better than, um, yeah, just better than trading. Mm,
So again, interesting here in the matchup, both players are staring down, not attacking here. But now the speed attacker comes down, and now he should start attacking because he can get a speed attacker back in the Rikaboo. And first shield surfer here for me is pretty good, I have to say.
Germanauts, Felix
German odds.
trolls,
I mean,
Felix trolls.
to be fair, he attacked like my 5th shield. So usually if you go from 1 to 5, it would have been my last, but Defendo being a nice guy and attacking the other way around here for me.
Yeah, Chobu, no attack at all? That doesn't seem right. I think you at least attack with Gonta. That's a misplay for sure. Not attacking with anything. Um, yeah, yeah, that was straight up a misplay. Your rush. You need to attack, my dude. You need to attack. Yeah, this game basically looks unlosable for me at this point. Still at 3 shields. I have a board. I have cards in hand. But Magnus was very telegraphed. Nice top deck by him. He had Volcanic Arrows top deck for my Belix, so Breaklaw doesn't die for free. It at least gets an attack in, but yeah, still I don't see a way where he comes back from this.
So first game going to me, of course, first Shield Surfer is pretty good when you're also playing a one drop. Game 2, he's starting with the same opening with like Polygon into Sniper, and I don't have the Sniper on my own this time, so already looking better for him. And yeah, also best opening here, Sniper and Shroom, so yeah, getting a speed attacker back, so I need first Shield Surfer here again, which I don't get. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, yeah, and we immediately see not seeing my own Sniper is pretty bad here. I mean, I guess I will charge this, play this. Yeah, now I have to hope for Surfer again, which needs to come in the next two shields, otherwise it is too slow because speed attacker coming down here. Let's see with which creature he will attack first. Does he want to get a mana back to hand? Then you attack with Sniper first. He doesn't, so I need a Surfer now, and there is a Surfer here, which is good. You could say it is rigged, but I tell you it is not. I tell you it is not.
Wait. So I took game 1. But I also won the die roll and got the turn 3 Bronze Arm as the top deck right when I needed it the most. Which definitely helped. Now I'm on the draw, staring down Sniper. Let's see if he has Mushroom for the super perfect curve start. Yeah, he does. Oh, and even Deadly Fighter. So now, yeah, hoping for Burst Shot, I guess. That's not a Burst Shot, but it helps. Dimension Gate really helps because I get to see my shields. One more. Yeah. Yeah, that's missing, so that one is my last shield.
The sad part is, although the Surfer, I still need another one here because I maybe I played here wrong and should have bounced different stuff. Yeah, damn. Yeah, maybe I should have bounced his speed attacker, which is unintuitively, but Maybe this was the play here. Not sure. Ah, yeah, maybe deciding too early on the bounce. Maybe I should have bounced the Rikaboo and then Sniper has to attack. Difficult stuff, and now I have a pretty bad opening. I have Sniper, but no turn 2 play here. Yeah.
Kobo, my guy, you're in stream. Still need to pass turn. I finished searching my deck. Um,
Yeah, basically from this position I need another Surf and Shield, but I have two Surfers already in the mana zone, which is not
there it is.
great.
That's good. Needed to have that sooner than later. I saw that I had Burst and Shield, which is like the perfect counter to the Sniper Shroom Deadly opening. Yeah, I knew it, and I hoped it's not in the last shield, because last shield burst doesn't really help. Yeah. Mm, let's see what I don't need. Like, this is the worst card in my hand at the moment. Yeah, at this point, game 2 also looks over thanks to the burst shot I got out of shields. Don't know how it's looking in the finals for you. You said you had a rough start.
Yeah, not that great here.
Top deck speed attacker Magnus. Still, I'm very comfortable here with my 7, now 8 card hand. um,
Yeah, basically missed the 2-drop, and that's what's costing me at the moment. Yeah, I think in the second game I bounced the wrong guy. I mean, it's, as I said earlier, counterintuitive to bounce a speed attacker, but I think, especially when it's Rikaboo, I mean, obviously Magnus gets bounced back anyway, but I think the Rikaboo bounce was the play. Or maybe it didn't matter, not sure. So going for shields, I need a surfer. No! Oh my god. Last shield surfer. Holy shit. Holy
German
moly.
odds! German
Holy
odds!
moly. Oh my
German
god.
odds!
And yeah. Wow. Unlucky. Unlucky for Defender. I think GG. I think the play was from him just kill my creatures here. And I don't have anything. I mean, yeah, if I have Searing, then what? Your board is gone, but you still have speed attackers. You still have. I mean, I don't play a creature then when I just play Searing. Um, wow. Yeah, I mean, what do I do when I have Searing? I mean, I don't have a board when I play Searing. Um, and I have one less shield, and maybe I hit like a surfer when I destroy like my stuff, and yeah. I mean, and looking at the stream, Solomon. Oh man. Yeah, and Sasu rightfully is saying Defender should have killed two creatures. Yeah, Searing would have meant I don't play a creature, losing one more shield, and then opponent just playing speed attacker, attack for shield, I can't do anything, and then speed attacker again. And yeah, congrats to me, I guess, for winning IDC 50. So our
Congrats, Spalding, you did it. You
thank you,
won
thank you.
6 tournaments. You can make another video.
Yeah, I will. I'm definitely doing
How
another
I
video
won
now. Yeah,
another Duel Masters tournament. Also, congrats, the 50th one. That's a nice milestone.
yeah,
Also, Ruck making a comeback, which I think makes sense. I said it for like the longest time, like aside from Pinsir being added recently, I think Ruck in general has a good 4-boss matchup, which people don't believe. But I think it is like you're always on the back foot with 4-boss. You have to get everything in your way to win.
yeah,
And also, like, it's good against LDN, even people also might disagree with this, but I think it's a very good matchup into that. And yeah, no Fortress around. Hydra Hurricane is difficult, I think, for Rock. There you have to
yeah,
maybe play the Scarlet Silver Bullet to have a chance.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm playing on a lower curve, so I will never get to Scarlet like ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and quickly looking through IDC standings. So the last IDC I played was IDC 41, where I played Survivors for Colors to fourth place, and now 9 IDCs later. Yeah, nice. Hmm, cool.
So only one match left, right?
Oh yeah,
Or did they?
true.
they
Let's look
I think it's
at.
Claude Alpha's match, right? Yeah, the rush matches are over because X-Boom Solomon is finished. Finished against Shobu. You finished. Result is just missing, and then the 5th place match is the only one. We can probably look at that. If it's loading for me. At the moment it doesn't. Poor X-Boom. He won enough. He can also live with some defeat once in a while.
All right, so let's bring you guys the last matchup here.
Yeah, it loaded. Oh, that's an interesting choice. The Bread's Cutter. Don't think that's correct.
Yeah,
Kamikaze is always better or the off chance that you face Armaloids with Petrova.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it has like maybe a cooler artwork, but
Yeah.
Kamikaze is the OG. So
Also, Kamikaze is more budget friendly.
true, true. Yeah. So yeah, thanks guys for congratulating me. We will like do a short winners interview, and thankfully we have Darkstender here today, so I don't interview
Yay.
myself for
Yay.
for the winner interview. And we will watch this game, and then I will boot up a room and show you guys my deck. Yeah, so let's enjoy like the last game. Do you know what's the score here on?
No,
Um,
I have no idea.
okay.
Just joined.
I would assume it's like 1-0 1-1 for someone.
Yeah, that's definitely not game one. If so, then what are they doing? Yeah. Yeah, I came close to running back to back. For anyone interested, I just played the same list like last time. No changes. Try to run it back. Got a bit lucky with the tie breaks to move into 8th
Mm,
place. Got really stomped by X-Boom and Claude in Swiss.
mm,
Those games felt like couldn't do anything.
yeah. I mean, I also
Some
finished like 4-2. One loss
yeah,
was against you, which was I think it was like a coin flip pretty much. In the end, especially we both made some misplays, could have gone like either way. So it was 2-1, and the other loss was against the Mabel, which I think I should be favored because I play like a lower curve um, rock. But I also lost at 2-1, unfortunately. So yeah,
yeah. Also, trigger luck is really more relevant in the aggro mirror.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Makes so much more has so much more impact if you like hit a surfer than against if you like hit a pit against control.
Mm, yeah, I mean to be fair, Themable is playing more like shield trigger creatures, like
Mm.
the Brett's Cutter, and also he's on one cannon shell, which is
That's a
pretty
nice tech.
interesting.
Don't
Ooh, Singwave.
know if it's like
Ugh! Don't click destroy automatically.
yeah,
Um, so what's the vibe? Yeah, the Stingwave really strong here, killing all the Giga Slugs and also Palauleses. So huge top deck here for him. And people saying in chat I attacked with, or Mr. Dalsana said I attacked with Shroom and Mushroom together. I have to rewatch that, like what happened there exactly. Um, did it matter, like Mr. De La Serna, or was it just like not sure? Did I have to watch that
mushroom
again?
speed attacker for the win.
Mushroom spear take yeah.
You had supersonic jetpack skill attached to it.
Yeah, where's like the live stream here? Um,
Why does no one play supersonic jetpack in FN Rush?
so let's open the stream.
Skill
Let's mute
attached.
that. So what
Oh.
happened there?
Meanwhile, I can put in the results, I guess. Something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Speed attacker mushroom.
Yeah, it was the speed attacker mushroom situation in like the
Yeah.
turn before I got like the last shield surfer, but now when we like continue, Yeah, I attack with Shroom. So, ah,
Mm,
yeah, we will rewatch that.
big strolls. I mean, rough thing in the finals because that decides the game, but also like it's difficult because like as an opponent you should also like be
Yeah,
awake
yeah, I mean,
and notice if you're getting speed attacked with a card that can't attack.
yeah, yeah, we will
Or
um look at that again.
that cannon shell is huge now with 8 shields. 9k cannon shell. Really good if you're getting miraculous snared like 3 times. I kind of like it in early format, I think. I think in
Mm,
DM12 it might be I, I think it's too weak overall as a card, but like in DM5, DM6 format, I can see working out. If you have like a nature aggro anyway with like Shroom and put it down on turn 3, have like a 6k beta on turn 3 that can't be steering waved.
mm,
Like yeah, it dies to Corail and stuff, but it runs over everything. Also shield trigger creature in the aggro mirror
yeah.
can come
I
up.
mean, how strong is that? It's 9k. Damn.
Yeah, that runs over everything. And he's forced to block here because he's dead otherwise.
Yeah.
And yeah, he played a creature for sure. Oh no, okay, the turn is over already, yeah. Claude's turn. Yeah, I thought it was in an attacking step, but the
Yeah, I'm not sure if
pre-side is
there's like
just...
any out here for Claude. I don't
I mean,
see
he can
anything.
just slam 3 blockers.
Yeah. But then
I
he's
think
losing the blockers to the cannon shell and also to the
the
quixotic
quixotic,
probably. Yeah, so it's not a good long-term plan. And
yeah,
yeah, I think it's yeah.
it's a tough spot for Claude to be in.
I
Yeah,
didn't
so
really pay attention to the answer to my question. What's the
yeah,
score was? So what was? It's 1-0.
1-0. He said GG no out, but I don't know. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so it's
probably game
1-1.
3. Yeah.
So a rare situation where the Mabel is charging a surfer, which is not something I would advise anyone playing Rock to do so because you can always top take a Gonta and then you are really sad, which might or might not happen here to the Mabel. No turn play. Um,
Yeah, it really depends on the hand if you want to do that.
yeah,
Also against like, it also depends on which deck you play against because against some decks you really need to just hope to get the turn 2 play, otherwise you have no chance. But against other decks you can start at turn 3 like Bronze Arm, Hulkus and still be
mm,
fine. But yeah, strong start.
hmm,
Seth Marvel, yeah. Doing nothing for 3 turns though that's like a death sentence for aggro.
yeah. And I mean, he's playing all these kamikaze guys, so that's
Yeah,
really
he
rare.
should be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem I have with Rock myself. Like, in theory, 9 is the sweet spot for 2 drops.
Mm,
Some people play 10 just to be sure. But even then, if I go like to 10, 11, 2 drops, I still break. And then I'm like, why do I
mm,
do this?
yeah,
If it, I mean, these games still happen, then I can also just play my tech cards and uh, live with it. And I
yeah.
don't have to play.
Mm. And Yeah, I'm not sure who I mean, usually you would say Rug is completely out of the game now, but I mean, Claude Alpha didn't do
Yeah,
much also, so hmm,
yeah. I think you just wait and hope to build a board before the
yeah,
opponent, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like wait here with attacking, and because you only have like one attacker, you don't like increase the clock by threatening to kill the opponent in the next two turns
Yeah.
anyway. So yeah, just pass, don't give the opponent the card advantage, and yeah, hope to. Uh,
Oh, that was a nice recovery break. So let's see if Thmabel has another Searing, that would be like the best case. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay. That was good. That was also the best answer here for him. But we're in the same spot like last turn.
Yeah,
We just like basically passed and
yeah,
Claude broke shields in
yeah.
the meantime.
Maybe moving
Claude,
Aqua Surfer to hand, which is something that could come up. So three Aqua Surfers to graveyard, not to
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
So three surfers already gone here.
The blind snipe. Definitely, I think it's correct to just ignore Arky because
Mm,
a one-off, but those moments, if you hit Arky here, then
yeah,
suddenly look really good for Mabel.
yeah.
Also, charging the Searing Wave of Bronze Arm, not what you want to see because
Ooh.
you rather had it, but now,
Mm,
yeah, now it looks uh, now
yeah,
it looks really rough for Mabel.
yeah.
Do you have an answer in like
Hmm. What's even the answer?
probably
Just
yeah,
surfer or
probably
unicorn
isn't
fish?
Rebirth Rock.
Uh,
Like Rebirth Rock would be the best case because you could rebirth and then Windex the
yeah,
Solgada,
yeah.
but I assume it's not Rebirth Rock, so best answer here is probably just Surfer or Unicorn. Mm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's really bad into Gigasite.
Hmm.
I mean, Jagalza would have been okay also because you can make it live, then
Yeah,
hope for no trigger, and then it kills Gigasite. So
yeah.
that would have been a good top deck, I think. But now even that is out of the window with the Giga Slug there. Yeah, this looks more and more like Claude's game.
Yeah. There's even an opportunity to attack with Sorgala and then using the discard from Gigasalt if you
Yeah,
feel like.
yeah, for sure.
No.
But this can contest the Gigasite.
Yeah, no. That's not an option anymore.
Goes like Hulk is into a creature and you run over it, so double Gigasite. Tapping 5. No light. Oh, no
Uh.
light mana type.
Let's see if he continues with like. Okay,
Yeah,
he didn't
okay, it
play
doesn't matter.
anything, so
That was his only play, so wrong mana, illegal cheating,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, as it was, it's only his only play. It doesn't really
Mm.
matter. Oh, I saw A. I saw just A
Yeah.
and Q. I'm like, yay! Oh,
Uh,
that was not Arky Hulkus. That
yeah.
was Aqua Hulkus.
And he could have done this play like last turn, so. And
Yeah,
now
but
he
I think he
deciding to
wanted
go for it.
some insurance. Like, see if he can get some more stuff. And also, like, with Petrova, this sets up for the lethal next turn.
Hmm. I mean, he called Chimera, so
Yeah, I
Sogalna
kind of
Sogala is
like it
vulnerable. Mm.
because, like, then you can block with Gigasalt without it, Gigaslug without it dying. Um,
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he's playing two creatures, then Quixotic is, yeah,
that's a good top deck. Now you can, yeah, sadly not run over the Gigasalt, but you can at least run over the Sorgala.
yeah.
The Gonta, yeah, that's the correct choice because you want to keep the Quixotic around. Oh no! I don't know.
Mm,
Okay, maybe, yeah,
yeah, I think
maybe,
it's
maybe,
it's good.
maybe. Next turn, top deck
Oh,
Jagalza for the
no
win.
mana charge is interesting here. It's five
With
cards in
so many
hand.
cards in hand. Yeah, okay, double Giga. Oh,
Okay.
damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then it doesn't even matter if you leave the Quixotic up for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
But
it's over.
when something like this comes down, I mean, no, Searing doesn't help you because the slugs are boosted.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, and he surprises us each time.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, you can't afford to attack with Quixotic at this
no.
point because the slug is just too big. Now, best case for Claude would be just have another Salt and attack for game.
Yeah.
Looks like a stream. No, a snare. Okay. I mean, yeah, you get it. That's yeah, you get it for free. Oh, he had the Salt. He could have gone for game, but yeah, he just wants to get rid of the Quixotic for sure. But now he's in
Yeah.
the same situation again. Now he's literally in the same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, does it matter?
I mean, if
I
he attacks and there's like a surfer, now with the Pala, I'm not sure. But if there's like surfer, like especially last shield, if there's a
yeah, but
surfer
no.
here, oh no,
No.
Petrova,
You can't target
lol.
Petrova, yeah. Yeah. After
GG.
the first should had to be a trigger.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's quickly get up like the situation we said earlier, where Mr. De La Senna pointed out I had like a speed attacker mushroom.
Mm.
All right. So first of all, congratulations to Claude for finishing third, I guess. Did you finish
Fifth.
third? No,
No.
fifth.
That
Yeah,
was third place.
yeah. Okay. Fifth. Still getting some points. Not sure if you needed them for CIDC.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So we have like the situation here where Defindo broke into my shields, and then I played the mushroom, charged fire mana, and played the Magnus. And then let's see what happens. Did I press play? Yeah. So yeah, Magnus attacks the sniper, and then Hulkus attacks, and now I think about like with which creature I have to attack, because I'm in my head just, I don't know, assuming that the shroom was there before, and then I attacked with shroom, and then also thinking if I should attack with Sniper Mosquito again, because getting bounced back a mana, I can't go for like double speed attacker or Jagalza play. Decided to attack,
Yeah.
and yeah,
There's the speed
definitely
attack mushroom.
an illegal play here, which Defindo and I both missed in this situation, and which like could influence his decision making now, because he had the decision to either go for like killing the creatures or going for game, because he saw like two surfers already in my mana zone, and I
Yeah, with
think
one shield more, he also has like the opportunity to survive on a last shield volcanic arrows. Do we see his shields being flipped?
yeah, because I will break them next turn. There was no volcanic arrows last
Yeah.
shield, and
Okay.
so I mean the correct play was even like without the shroom attack to kill my creatures, because with the shroom attack he has like one more shield, so I'm on 4 mana. I can't play like double Magnus anyway, so it doesn't really matter if he's on 2 or 3 shields, and being down a shield should even more so, I think, encourage him to trade down, in my opinion. So I mean, so in this situation, he attacked with Magus for the shield. So let's imagine he has like one more shield here, three shields, and the Shroom is untapped.
Can basically clear both and then still break 2 shields.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can kill like one of the creatures. Then yeah, as you said,
Yeah, Quixotic
yeah,
Magnus run over the Hulk's
yeah,
sniper,
yeah,
and then
and then still going for like two shields. And
attack.
his reasoning was like he broke the shield because he was in fear of Seeing Wave. Um, but even if I have Seeing Wave here, if he's clearing the creatures, he can still break one more shield. So I play Seeing Wave. I'm down to to one shield and zero
You can
creatures.
Zero Wave, yeah.
And I really, yeah. And then he's just playing the Magnus back, breaks the shield, and what do? Like, imagine if he has like two shields. Um,
But like,
yeah,
if we
or three
go,
shields. Not sure.
if we go with the theory that he kills the 2 creatures first and then attacks the 2 shields, next turn you can still like the Polygon and Pyro Organ, you can still trade into the Deadly with Mushroom and
Mm,
play like a Magnus attack into one of his shields. And
that,
then next turn he can't double speed, so we will end up in the same situation that he will break last shield surfer and you survive off of that.
mm. Yeah, I mean, if he has like one more shield, because I don't attack with Shroom, he's going for the play, breaking into my last shield Surfer. I trade with the Shroom. I only have like Surfer and like a Magnus, and he is on two
Mm,
shields instead of one,
yeah,
as
true.
you said earlier. So that's also not something. I mean, I would have basically needed to have like double Magnus then, because two
Mm.
turns from now I would
Yeah,
have been
do
at
you
six
know
mana.
what's in your hand? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Sasso pointed it out like in the chat, but yeah, that this is something I'm obviously biased, so I'm not like going for like any ruling here. Um, but yeah, you can,
Hmm.
yeah,
It's a
um,
really tough choice, yeah.
yeah,
Because like on one hand, it's clearly like uh, that shouldn't have happened.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, the argument is just like you said, if he has 3 shields, if he doesn't like trade when he's down at 2, what makes him think like trading into the creatures when he's at 3 shields? I mean, do we know the cards in your hand? Do you have a second Magnus?
um,
Do you have the whole
I
replay?
don't, um, yeah, I mean, I have it on like a file, but as far as
Yeah,
I remember, I don't have like a second Magnus in hand at this point. But if it would have been like one more turn, I could have like drawn one more card, and also Jagalza would have been maybe also. No, I think Jagalza wouldn't have been enough.
but also like
Hmm.
assuming the next turn, we just say you can play Magnus. If you have another 2-drop, that's also enough for you to win the game. Like, let me send me over the file so I can check the cards in your hand. I think that's where I will make the decision on, depending on what's in your hand, how it would have played out. Because I think there's a lot of things that still win you, even if we assume Mushroom didn't attack and he starts trading into your stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
There's
Um,
like 2-drop, any 2-drop, Magnus, um, 1-drop.
yeah. Um, do you have like the premium function
I
from
have premium,
OCDGN?
yeah, I can see everything
All
if you
right,
just
all
send me
right.
the file.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's tough because like the illegal play happening, like you did the play, of course, but both players should catch it.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean it's
yeah, I
basically
think.
of course it's like I mean if you compare that to something like we said earlier, the opponent tapping a wrong mana source and then continuing, for example, or missing something like an Ice Vapor trigger, which is like basically any situation where both players are responsible for the stuff, and some stuff is like more impactful than the other ones, but the basic um, situation, the basic ruling is basically the same. So yeah, it's yeah.
Mm, that's a lot of files.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I kind of rejoined or something. I think if you go like only with the number 6 in it, I think that should be the correct ones. But there are always like 3 files, and yeah.
All the games.
No, one file should be one game. I'm not sure why there are
Mm,
two, but yeah.
okay, let me see. How do I how do I get the replay?
Yeah, basically we can resume the game on stream.
Um, I need to figure out how to watch replays. I have only watched my own once. So
Yeah, so for yeah. So imagine this situation, Defendo has like one more shield. Wouldn't have mattered.
I,
I have 5 attackers against 2 or 3 shields, even if he would have had like 4 shields.
yeah, like
This wouldn't have
the he has
mattered.
one shield more, and assume like the perfect play from him is to clear 2 creatures, the ones that are tapped because mushroom is untapped. Then break 2 shields, which are not the surfer because that was the last shield.
Mm,
And then next turn you play 1 drop or 2 drop, like you charge mana. Play 1 drop or 2 drop alongside Magnus. His Magnus and the Polygon will be gone, so he only has 2 creatures left on board. You can kill one with the Magnus, then attack with the Shroom into another shield. He's at 2 shields left. Next turn, he tries to go for game, obviously. Even if he doesn't, and clears the Shroom and then just attacks. Like, yeah, I don't know if he like he could play around it by not attacking into last shield, but then that's a stretch. That's really a
yeah.
stretch. If you say he has the foresight and knew it's Surfer and just clears 1 creature and passes, like no, that's not happening. That's not a game.
Yeah, especially when you already
That's
see
not
like
realistic.
when you already see like 2 surfers in the shield, then yeah,
Yeah.
in the mana zone.
So the only I just need to know how to watch replays on Octagon.
You, Claude Alpha said you have to all 3 files need to be combined for the replay to work. He said, but
But like, how do I watch them? Like,
I think you
what
have to
what
copy
what do
those
I?
files into your history on in your folder, in your history folder, game history folder, and then you have to I think restart OCTGN and then go through your
Uh,
match history and then yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of work. A lot of work to be done to basically just check if you have a 1 or 2 drop.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was then one more turn to be played, so you basically have to look at like one more card deeper. Not sure if that's like.
No, that's not possible. I can't look into
Yeah, then.
the next card unless you drew it at the end of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, because one more turn means I could also play like double Magnus, and then yeah.
Yeah, need to get to the point, but Claude helped me with some instructions. I just need to find the shit on my PC.
I mean, it's basically also let's say the situation we had earlier where you are like in a 99.999% winning situation where we both disconnected. There was like no chance I would have won, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you have the 1 or 2 drop, then yeah, very clear. It's just your game. There's no alternate universe um, where the game plays out differently. But I can't get to Octagon. I find a lot of other simulators, but not not my Octagon.
I mean, when you right click on the icon, you can there's an option of like the path, open the path where the folder is. So that should lead you to where you saved it on your PC. But
Yeah,
I would argue that even
now I got it.
okay. I mean, I would argue that when I have more tapped creatures when Shroom is attacking, then it's even more favorable to you to attack
Great, yeah.
my creature. So I would argue that if I don't break with Shroom, there's even more incentive to not trade into mine, so and go for game. So yeah.
Damn, Claude, where do you get the stuff? For me, just it's empty if I open my Octagon. Okay, no. Why? Yeah, my folder's empty. Tough. Maybe wait if Claude can view the replays. Tell us, because my folder is empty. Just has the Octagon application, nothing else in it.
Which folder is empty?
My Octagon folder.
But somewhere you need to like
Yeah, I
have all
have
your
the
decks and
data. I
so
know.
on. Huh. So there should be an folder named data, and then when you go into it, you have some history, and then yeah.
I have a lot of other data, but no octagon.
Are you in the Octagon folder itself?
I was, yeah. I can still get there, but there's just the application, the installer, and some log shit.
And when you right click on the application, is there another option to like open path? Is it like
That got me there. Yeah, the Claude can watch replays. I think that's easier than me searching for another eternity.
Mr. Bazat wrote in? Oh, he didn't. He wrote something in the yeah. So if you just install that and don't like or just do use it like the standard installer, then it should be under C users, then DarkSigner, app data, local, programs, and then OCTGN. But because somewhere they need to be like your decks and somewhere it should be saved somewhere.
I type in DarkSigner, there's a lot of shit coming, but not a folder for Octagon. Yeah, sending to Claude. That's much easier.
Problem is still there that you can't watch like the top card of the deck, which is
Yeah, but that's just what it is. Like, you can't have it all.
you know,
I think the main thing is like if he sees 1-drop, 2-drop, second pyro, Jagalzo. That's it. Maybe I will. Yeah, there are 2 replays. I know, Claude. That's what Spalding sent me. Maybe I will hop in to a call with Claude for now. And then I will rejoin yours.
I mean, there's always also the possibility to have like Brosam Tribe and then untap mana and then
Yeah, that's also like
Magnus. So
yeah,
yeah.
that we can check because we know the next draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will yeah, I will join Claude and then come back.
I will also be on a toilet break. All right, I'm back. Um, oh, they are on Discord, maybe.
To play,
Hello.
yeah, we
Hello.
have the problem that we can't
Do you hear me?
100% guarantee that you don't hit multi with bronze arm.
Do you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I
because
didn't know
like
you
at
were
this
in on Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, but
at this point,
Diffindo
the play,
Diffindo
at
already
this point,
attacked anyway, right? So why is this even discussed? Because he already committed to attacking the shields, no?
yeah, because he technically could have changed his mind with one more shield, technically, but like, what I want to say is here the play is charge a card, play bronze arm, play Magnus, then you run over the deadly with Magnus, clear one shield with mushroom. Then he's down to 2 shields that we see. He can play double speed attacker. So next turn he can only play Magnus, go for game. He runs into Surfer. Next turn you will still have the Surfer, Mushroom, and Magnus, and we will see that he doesn't have Volcanic. So yeah, you can play on.
I mean,
Let's
couldn't
see,
I?
maybe like just hopefully you reveal the top card of deck or something like somehow.
No, he
I don't know.
doesn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
can't
Or
I?
maybe he just draws. Yeah.
Can't I just also play like Pincer Scarab, and then the opponent has like so many cards in hand that it's a double breaker, and then just like
No, then you don't. No, because then you have to give up the Mushroom into Deadly Fighter and lose one attacker. That's not something you can do.
yeah, I'm not sure if I. So
Yeah, but even he admits there in chat that, yeah, in hindsight, thinking clearing board was probably the right play. Like, he admits to making a misplay.
yeah, and I think as I said
And
earlier, even also when I back one more shield, when there's one more tapped creature, there's even more incentive to trade into mine. So
yeah,
yeah, I
I mean, we can't say for sure because,
yeah,
like, if you drew a Fire Mana instead of Pinside, would have been 100% game, and also if the top card is not a multi-sif, it's also 100% game. So
yeah.
I think I will make that call.
Why was there even a call to make? Because Defender committed to a play,
Yeah,
no? So he already
yeah.
lost.
I mean, that's what I like, yeah, said earlier in on stream. That's like basically the same basic decision where the opponent is tapping, for example, a wrong mana to play like a light creature. Like you did earlier against the Mabel, you didn't tap like light and played Rias. Just imagine you don't have light in mana at all. You play a light creature and the opponent continues. It doesn't have like maybe that much of an impact because it's like not the final game, it's not like the final turn, and then you just continue and then later you realize, oh, I couldn't have even played the light creature when I have no light mana. But the problem is that both players just continued and yeah, continued playing, and they both agreed to a certain game state, board state by both continuing to play. I mean,
Yeah, we
that's
agreed because I had the light mana for it, and he was the only light creature I played.
yeah. That's yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely like when this happens, a warning for me. And since the tournament is over, the warning will continue
It
to
doesn't
like
matter, yeah.
yeah, I mean it will continue to the next tournament. That's what we did like in another situation. That warnings will continue even if the current tournament is over when it happened after the tournament has concluded. Then and when you have like 2 or 3 warnings depending on like how impactful they are, then you will get a match loss or game loss, and then it will be upgraded to a match loss. So it's not like oh warning does nothing, but yeah.
How many cards are left in deck? 25, right? Yeah. And you only play 3 Gonta, and do you play Windex?
1, yeah.
So there's 4 multis left in 25 cards. So there's like 16% chance that you lose the game here.
So what was your so can you like go to the point where the we talk
No,
about?
it's just the thing is, like, if we assume he plays perfectly, which he didn't
In
because
in
like he
in, in the
committed to a
turn in
wrong
the turn
play.
before this, you mean? Where he attacked for the shield instead of the creatures.
Yeah, he can clear you look at the board state, he can clear Sniper and Hulkers, but not the Mushroom because it's untapped. The Surfer is in shields, and his board state will stay the same.
Yeah, but
And you're on one
just
shield.
go back like one turn. Hmm.
Yeah, I have to go all the way.
Oh, you can't.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I have to go all the way to the beginning.
That's why you always draw the next card.
Yeah. Okay, stop.
So I'm
Okay. No,
assuming
slow.
here.
Yeah. deciding, with which creature do I attack? I mean, it's not an OCTGN's fault. It's like all other simulators, like Dueling Book, they have like manual stuff, and where both players need to make sure
Yeah.
everything is going like, yeah.
Work announcement.
Yeah, he's thinking. Now when he plays Magnus, you can pause maybe. When he plays, yeah. All right. I mean, he could have also played just Rikibu instead of the Magnus, but and then. All right. So if Shroom is untapped. He kills the two creatures, breaks 2 shields, which are not Surfer. Then
Did you end the stream, by the way, Spalding? Because
no. I think that should
okay.
be. It's fine.
I don't know
when
if
we discuss.
I'm like if we want to do another long interview, or do you want to maybe just do a video on the deck?
Yeah, I think now I have to go. So this took a
Yeah,
bit
exactly.
longer
I don't have
than I
much time.
expected.
Well,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So if he's killing 2 creatures here instead of the Shroom, and then he's attacking 2 shields, then his Polygon gets bounced back, so he has Quixotic and Deadly Fighter left, and 1 more shield.
But he can kill the mushroom with Polygon, no?
No, if the mushroom is untapped because I don't attack with it, then mushroom is untapped and he has like 1 more shield, like this situation. And then the Magnus kills like Sniper and Quixotic kills Aquahulcus, and then Polygon and Deadly Fighter are attacking shields. Then Polygon and Magnus are getting bounced back. He has Quixotic and Deadly Fighter. And then my turn, when I just play Pincer and kill the Deadly Fighter with my Shroom, next turn he can play the Magnus back and maybe Rondo up. And then he runs into Last Shield Surfer, which bounces. If he attacks with like Quixotic, I bounce Magnus. If he attacks with Magnus, I bounce Quixotic. So I have Surfer and Pincer and then the Magnus Double Breaker. So I think that's like the same situation. But Darksana, why did you say the Pincer play didn't work?
Because you have to kill the Deadly Fighter.
Yeah, with Shroom. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and then he has 3 shields, not 2.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I have
next turn,
Surfer, Double Break, Pincer, and Magnus.
yeah,
Which
okay,
of
the Surfer,
yeah,
yeah,
which
true.
is
Yeah, assuming he breaks the last shield, then then
yeah, which
he's
he should obviously
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
It's like last shield, he sees 2 Surfers in mana zone.
yeah,
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
yeah, you can just do the pincer, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because now having 1 shield left, Surfer being there, Hulker Sniper destroyed. I just charge, play Pincer, Shroom kills Deadly Fighter, and then next turn he plays Magnus, maybe 1 drop, attacks with 1, Surfer bounces the other, I have Surfer and Pincer, and then draw 1 more card and play Pyrofighter. And here I even have the opportunity to charge Gonta and play Pincer, so when I top deck a Magnus next turn I would have like double fire even to double break, but there was no volcanic arrows anyway last shield, so yeah, it sucks that like this play happened, and I'm sorry I didn't, I don't know, pay enough attention, or maybe I paid too much attention and focused too much on, I don't know, something. Yeah, but we had that happen before. It doesn't happen often, obviously. It happens like really rarely. Yeah, sorry for that stuff, but as we see now, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the match. So Defender's saying Rikibu instead of Pyro, so additional creature on board. Yeah, but you didn't play it, so
Yeah, that's just a lot of ifs and buts. Like
yeah, but why would you
he
play?
all his different lines of play involve the knowledge that he knows that there's like Surfer.
Yeah, and why would you play like Rikibu instead of? I mean, when you play Pyro, you have like an extra 2k which can trade over other creatures. So you play Pyro to trade into creatures, but then you go for shield anyway. So
Yeah, there's no way.
yeah. I mean, in this situation, you would play Rikibu anyway over Magnus, because it just sticks on board, and you would
Oh,
play.
wait, what was your illegal play, Spalding?
He
I
attacked
just
with
see.
mushroom speed. He just speed attacked mushrooms.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I get it. I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
aware of
what
that.
we say. And this is on board. No, this is on board. Now there's a shield. Oh, now this. That's what we.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, you are playing. Oh, why is it so small? Oh, yeah, you are playing Rikibu when you go for shield because it just sticks there, and you play Magnus when you want to run over something. And Defender going for shields should mean he should play Rikibu, and he didn't play Rikibu. He played Magnus. So why would he play Rikibu then when he wants to trade? So this also doesn't make sense now in this discussion. But again, like the basic, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have like. Obviously, I'm biased and I shouldn't like go for it. But assuming there was like, I don't know, some other people's playing, and after the match, someone would have been brought up, I would have ruled exactly like how many people in the chat, also like other tournament organizers like Sasso in the chat, wrote, and also like how Darkseid ruled it now, would have been like the same decision. Both players agreed, both players played on, and yeah, again, I'm sorry that that happened, and it sucks to be like in a like final and a crucial turn, but yeah, it is what it is. All right.
Oh, nice. Tempo Sieni, speed attacker,
Damn,
Jagalzor effect.
Yeah. I mean, Rikabu is the better play anyway. If he is going for shields, then yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
right.
like we said, like he just admits in chat, I did a misplay. Period. And like, yeah, you did a misplay. That will happen always in every alternate universe.
No.
I think
I mean,
that's just what we call it a day now.
yeah, yeah. It kind of sucks to end the tournament or the stream like that, but
Yeah, yeah,
that can just happen like overall. And I'm not even sure how many of these plays are without both people even noticing it. And when this game wouldn't have been streamed, if this would have been like a normal tournament top
yeah.
cut we had
Nobody
like
would have,
yeah,
yeah,
nobody would
caught
have,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because both of the players didn't call it and a lot of people viewing it didn't call it. Like only I think Mr. De La Serna and Sifo or something noticed it and all the others didn't. So if it was like just a normal, yeah, tournament or a normal Swiss game or just like a top cut where we don't stream it, it was like one of the other games, then yeah, it wouldn't have been noticed. So yeah, all right. So yeah, thank you, Darksigner, for joining me today, and also thank you, Claude, for hopping in spontaneously to help Darksigner
Yeah, no
watching the
worries.
game.
Yeah, thanks for the help. That was really, really good.
So
So
yeah.
so you wouldn't be able to kill the Quixotic, and then he would have a Pyro Fighter left. Polygon will go back to hand, and you can kill the Deli Fighter, I'm guessing. So yeah, like you said, you summon Pincer, and you have a double breaker on top of that.
Yeah, on top of the Surfer from Shield and the
So
Pyro down.
then
So
it's
yeah.
just the Quixotic with a Speed Attacker against a Surfer last shield.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, so next month there is CIDC, not even sure, 8, 7? I
I
lost
think
count.
eight,
Yeah, I'm
probably.
gonna add up the points later today.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's CIDC
Yeah.
8. So we will, again, as you guys know, ask Sidelio to cast CIDC. And I think Dark Center, you have qualified for CIDC, so you are probably playing. And I
Yeah.
will try to, yeah, let's quickly hop onto the standings. So yeah, you are 12 points already, and then you made top cut today, so you are ahead by far. Maybe not like first or second, but maybe like third. So yeah, you will play, and then Sedelia and me will cast CIDC. I hope Sedelia will have time, and we will also have a bonus IDC next month, which is not decided yet what we do. Um, I'm still rooting for like a no shuffle tournament. Maybe with Cosmic Darts banned, but maybe not. Maybe you see people get creative what they can brew up when there is no shuffling to be done at the start of a game. Set up their shield, set up their hand, and the order of the next cards to draw. Maybe there's some creative stuff to win on early turns, or maybe stifle the opponent to win on early turns. Yeah, die roll obviously will matter. Yeah, but maybe it will be like a completely other idea. So you can feel free to write in general chat what your ideas are, or write Dax and me directly. And yeah, bonus IDC next month. Please register. We will announce shortly what the quirky rule will be. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching today. And yeah, any last words from you, Daxana?
No, thanks for watching and keeping this game alive with this amazing community. 50 IDCs already is a
Yeah.
huge milestone. Yeah. Hope to see you at the next